I will say this, along those lines of teams I look at that I think are strong and actually just have built some cool products, I think Jackal is one where I think they just have the actual expertise as a team. Cudos is another one I think is really interesting, kind of similar to what Akash is doing. So it's CUDOS, and they're basically doing like decentralized VMs and computing.
Are you bullish on DEPIN? DEPIN is Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Networks. Today, we're going to go over the DEPIN narrative, and I'm going to show you some of the projects that you need to pay attention to in this vertical. But first, please do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It'll help support the show and the guests. Max, why do you like DEPIN?
DEPIN can represent a large, range of different products, right? Like decentralized physical infrastructure. So it's really any type of physical infrastructure you can tokenize or just offer in a decentralized fashion, like computing, where that's something you can just kind of lease out on chain. Whereas, you could actually start to do DEPIN projects with, like owning cell phone towers and tokenizing them and sharing in the profits of that tower or what have you. I actually think Althea, who I think they built Gravity Bridge, are building out a similar project, not to Gravity Bridge, but to what I described, where they're going to actually have, I think it's more focused on water infrastructure, but where they'll actually crowdsource and do sort of like you're owning on-chain, or I guess off-chain assets on-chain and sharing in the profits that they're producing from whatever, resource they're providing. So that to me actually is a very interesting concept. I definitely see like this cycle being a mix of speculation and people trying to have real fundamental investments in companies, or Web3 companies, I should say. And I think the DEPIN sector kind of is built the right way where you can actually, for a Web2 company or a traditional business to come in and understand how it works, what their product is, how they can generate revenue from that. I think that makes it a lot easier for traditional fundamental investors to make a decision and find projects versus having to understand all the underlying things that are happening on like a DeFi app, or how a layer one's going to benefit from the application layer. I think that can become very convoluted and complicated for people to the point that they're not going to take that much risk and invest in these projects without understanding what the return is going to be for them or what the end goal is. Whereas DEPIN, you can kind of tie back to more traditional, I'd say Web 2 like metrics, and therefore they're able to value it better. They're able to plan, how they'd exit, what they need to do to get that product to where it's profitable. So I think we're slowly getting our way to a more traditional style of how we invest.
Max mentions 3 projects: Jackal Protocol, Cudos, and also Althea. Jackal is no stranger to the channel. The co-founder Patrick joined the conversation a few episodes back.
So I'm CEO of Jackal Labs, where we build application-specific blockchains for data storage and kind of having data permissions and on-chain privacy and all that good stuff. Before I was doing this, I was working in digital forensics investigations for law firms and corporations, and I got into crypto by investigating flash loan attacks. Actually, was my entry, and working for law firms on civil recovery of cryptocurrency. So that's how I learned the technology. We wanted to build a e-discovery tool for court while using kind of blockchain technology for track and trace of digital evidence as it makes its way to the bench. And we built that on Polygon, and then we needed a data storage layer, and everything currently on the market didn't have the privacy posture, clean forensic environments, self-custody, and all that good stuff. Also just programmability in general. It was kind of mostly just cold storage and archiving use cases, which is still really important and awesome to have. But we found a niche for us where we decided to leave everything and start building the Jackal Protocol.
No wonder Max is bullish on Jackal. The talent is there, and with the growth of AI, they should be lined up for success. Check out that full interview I did. But what about Cudos and Althea? What are they up to? Cudos is a decentralized compute platform aiming to provide secure, efficient, and affordable computational resources for tasks like rendering, AI, and scientific situations. It uses blockchain technology and a proof-of-stake consensus mechanism. Users can earn rewards by contributing their computing power, while developers can access decentralized resources. Cudos introduces its own ERC20 token, Cudos, for staking, earning rewards, and powering the network. And looks like they just unveiled a new loyalty program as well. They were also featured in the latest Binance research report on DEPIN, and looks like they're now compatible with the Kepler wallet. Looking at the coin market cap, it looks like it's been doing pretty good. What about Althea? Althea's liquid infrastructure revolutionizes telecommunications by decentralizing internet infrastructure. It allows communities to share and monetize excess bandwidth. Users can earn cryptocurrency by providing internet access, creating a really resilient and cost-effective community-owned network. Through their technology, dynamic routing and automatic payments facilitate a self-sustaining ecosystem of decentralized internet service provision. Also, there's some news coming out from Astrovault. So I asked Max what they're up to.
Well, it has been a huge week with Astrovault having their sale for Archway in general, obviously. So Astrovault's one of the primary applications on top of Archway right now. So the core DEX that's being used and really generating most, if not all, of like the like in-network activity, kind of swapping between different tokens. And so they've been running this DEX now for probably since Archway really launched, so about 6 months, without a native DEX token, which is kind of a weird concept when you think about it, because most DEXs use their own token to incentivize liquidity to the LPs and to really get users to participate. So the fact they're able to kind of organically gain all that traction in terms of TVL before they even had a token live was really, really cool to see. But right now they're actually doing their token sale currently, where they're, I think, in their 5th round of their public sale. And they're doing it on, it's called Outbid, which is a launchpad they actually built themselves in-house. So they built this DEX. Now they're ready to launch their token, and they basically decided that it was best to kind of build their own version of a decentralized launchpad, because they just didn't see where the current options could really work for them. And they also saw an opportunity to help future teams launch by giving them a more affordable kind of option to deploy their token. Expect the XV token to be live, and there'll be some new pools popping up. And then on top of that, Archway should be unveiling more of our new Connect platform, which is like the main dashboard to interact with Archway and all the dApps. So that will be kind of a cool release with some updated features, much easier to find applications. And there should be some surprises in there too for users to come participate and potentially earn some airdrops in the future. So
it's definitely airdrop season, so we'll be on the lookout for what Max just said. And the latest one, Dimension, looks like their airdrop that had over 400 million in DYM tokens airdropped has been experiencing some issues with their validator. So hopefully there won't be any technical issues here. What are your thoughts about the DEPIN narrative? Do you like to get involved with these airdrops? Let me know in the comment section below. Like and subscribe on the way out, and I'll catch you in the next video.